So after two of our amazing speakers, allow me to introduce one last person who's ready to share with us. He is Mas Andrio. So a little background from Mas Andrio, that he is currently working as the recruitment and training manager in PT Jotun. On his educational background, he holds a bachelor degree in international relations from Riau University, and he is currently pursuing MBA as one of our IPMI MBA students. So without further delay, here you go, Mas Andrio.
Thank you, Macalaudia, for the opportunity. Before I start this session, can I have everyone to turn on the video? I just want to see that we are people here. It's just not logged in. Yeah, so I could see your face now. Yeah, we have Bu Nenden, we have Avi, we have Pak Riki, Pak Henry, ya Pak. We have Bu Sri, we have Pak Rahman here. Okay, Pak Rahman. Sorry, Pak, I haven't attended your session yet. We have Pak Tommy, we have around 64 people here. Thank you for attending this session, Bapak Ibu semuanya. Okay, let me start sharing my, if you don't mind, please turn on your video during the session. If it is okay with you, because I just want to ensure that we are creating connection here, because we are learning about the hybrid, managing the hybrid team. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yep, can see that.
Okay, thank you. So, thank you for the opportunity given to me to share something about my experience in managing employee performance. As the third speaker, Prof. Aman, thank you for attending. I just left, and also the faculty member who joined this session. My name is Andrew. I'm a student of EMBA of IPMI International Business School. Currently, I'm responsible for handling the recruitment training in Jotun, Indonesia. Jotun is a paint manufacturing company. So we are based in Norway, and our head office in Bekasi. Our head office is located in Bekasi. It's nearby with Pak Ito. In Jotun, we have four segments. We have marine coatings, that's a paint for the ship. We have protective coatings. We have powder coatings and decorative paint. The building that we paint in Jotun is Burj Khalifa. That's the tallest building in the world that's painted by Jotun. If you go back to Indonesia, the Gelora Bung Karno, that's painted by Jotun. Yeah. And so please remember, after this session, you should remember about Jotun, yeah, to use Jotun as your paint, preferred paint. So here we are going to I'm going to present about the research from the Gartner about the future of work, reinvented. So you can see the wheel here about the future of work. There are so many things in this circle, but I'm going to share to you about the first one. It's about the global pandemic. It creates the hybrid revolution for the work for the team in management. And also based on the research from Gartner, it is found that 75% of flexible workers they prefer to work flexibly. Yeah. And also the research found that 4 out of 10 employees they're thinking of resigning if they're being forced to get back to work. So that's found by the research from the Gartner. And as the leader in the company, we have to think about how to effectively manage the employees in the hybrid world environment. So that's what we are going to try to discuss tonight. And in order to discuss this, we are going to use the simple word. It's 3 M's. Yeah. 3 M's stands for the first one is the mindset, and then the second one is the mechanics, and the third one is about the matrix. So we'll go through the mindsets, mechanics, and metrics. Mindsets will I'm going to discuss a bit more about the thought that we need to have, because we are going to be exposed to the or already exposed to the hybrid working environment. And also the mechanics on how to translate the mindset into the practicalities. So that's what we're going to discuss at the second part. And on the third part, after you have the good mindset and then you have the right tools to work in to manage your hybrid team, you should have the matrix on how to measure the outcomes of what you're doing. So please remember these 3 M's. At least this is something that you could take from this session. And let's discuss first about this KSPM. K plus S plus P times M equals EP. EP stands for extraordinary performance, Bapak Ibu. So let me give you a hint here. So K stands for the knowledge, S stands for skills, P stands for the process. So if you or your team have a good knowledge, have a good skills, have a good process, it's just a pluses. Yeah, it gives you good advantage. But if you don't have this M, everything will just be vanish. Yeah. So can you please type in the chat, what do you think the M here, what it stands for? Because knowledge, skill, process, to create the extraordinary performance, we need to have the M. It times M. If M is 0, there will be no extraordinary performance. So can you please type in the chat, what do you think the M is? Is it the mindset, metrics, or mechanics? Yeah, we have some answer here. Do not answer private to me. Yeah, answer in everyone. So we have the answer here: mechanics, yeah, mechanics, mindset, and mindset. Yep. So we have most of the answers. Here is the mindset. It's very true. So if you have everything in your hand, if you have a good system like previously showed by Ito, yeah, there you can't perform well. You can't perform extraordinarily if you don't have the mindset. So that's why the first part we're going to discuss more about the mindset, which has been a bit discussed by Bu Elvira before. So in this part, I'm going to discuss the same mindset with Bu Elvira. It's about trust. What do we mean by trust, Jotun? So the first one is trust about giving your team autonomy and trust them about productivity. And the third one is about your being available when it's needed by your team. Yeah. And the next question is, how can I do that? How can I give them autonomy? How can I trust in productivity? And how could I be available when needed? Yeah. The answer is you should put less emphasis on location and visibility. If your team is not in the office, it doesn't mean that they are not working. So that's the first one. Change your mindset. It's also a problem because if in the company you have a lot of generations, you have baby boomers, X, Y, millennials, it will create a challenge in building the trust. And then focus on the outcomes. So instead of measuring their performance based on their visibility of the office, it should be based on the outcomes. Yeah. And then I'll tell you how on the mechanics section. And then you should take a role as a personal and professional support. You should ask them more. It's not only about the work, but also their personal life, but also their challenges, maybe in family, in social life, something like that. It's more than the professional one. That's the first one. That's about the trust. The second one is equity and inclusion. So I combine it into one, equity and inclusion. You should give them option of working remotely or working virtually. The second one is mandatory to be on site. And the third one is it's not one size fits for all. Because in our case, we are a manufacturing company, Bapak Ibu semuanya. So in manufacturing company and sales company, there must be someone who could work remotely, like a sales team, like a technical team, like a recruitment team, like me, like compensation benefit or tax. They could work remotely. So they could be given the option. But for those who are mandatory on site, yeah, they have to be on site because it's not one size fits for all. But as a leader, as a manager, or as a company, you have to be transparent on the process. Tell them What's the policy of the company? Who can do the work remotely and who cannot? And then what's the reason? After you made the policy, have a trial period by saying that we'll do this WFH or WFR and WFH, so work from home or work from anywhere for 1 or 2 months. After that, you see the effectiveness. Is it effective or not? Like mentioned by Ito before, or by Bu Elvira. So those are the mindset that I want to highlight. The first one is about the trust. The second one is about the equity and inclusion. So make sure that if you want to build a hybrid team, start first from the mindset. When you got the mindset, you should go to the second step. It's about the mechanics. In mechanics, I do agree with Bu Elvira. It's all about communication. It's all about communication. Yeah, you can't do this effectively without a good communication. Yeah, it is the same thing happened to us in IPMI EMBA. We start our class online till now. So almost 1 year, we only do it online. But of course, we communicate intensively, and also we do hang out outside of this Zoom session. And it helps us to communicate more. So that's the important thing of communication. So in terms of communication, you have to set the norms of the team. Yeah. Do you want to turn on your camera or not during the meeting? Or you set the norms as we only can start our meeting at 8:30 or 9 a.m. when everyone is ready. Because my subordinate, she's housewife. She has kids at home. It is unpreventable that she needs to do some things at home before she is ready to get to work. WFH for her is more challenging rather than working at the office. So I have to be aware of that. Some of our team face that. Yeah. But for Bapa it's very okay. Yeah, you say you want to work, you work. But for Ibu, it is very challenging. Yeah, the role cannot be separated at home. So that's a challenge. But still, they need to communicate what happened back at home. And after that, you need to have a make time for personal connection, asking more than the job. Because the Zoom fatigue, Teams fatigue, so you need more than the professional conversation. Make a personal connection. And also the third one is bring emotions into the virtual meeting. Okay, how do we do that? Can you guys please click something in your, can you give me applause? Can you give me applause? Can I say it? Can you give me applause? Virtual applause. Yeah, thanks, Claudia. Yeah, thanks. That's emotions. I love Teams. I love Teams meeting because in the Teams meeting, we could have a lot of laughs. Yeah, if you use the Teams meeting, guys, Bapak Ibu semuanya, you'll see a lot of laughs from your team. I like that a lot. I hope that Zoom could have it as well. But at least Zoom, they have the applause, yeah? So bring emotions into the virtual meeting. And the next one is stay interview. Because of what? Because of the hybrid working environment, it's very easy for our employees to be interviewed by other companies. Their turnover may be high if the company do not take care of the employees. I don't know what happened in your company, but it is happening in our company. But we do this stay interview, Bapak Ibu. So we ask them what is their feeling. And then luckily, when we call them, they said that, thanks for calling, Pak Andrio. Actually, I want to talk to you. Okay, what's up? Yeah, I'm just doing the interview session. Okay. And then luckily, we could save our employees for being hijacked from other companies, from the competitor by doing the stay interview. Yeah. And then the last one is adopting buddy system. Adopting buddy system means that during the pandemic or during the hybrid working environment, there will be some new employees joining in. So we need to set up a buddy system for him or her. Like me joining a new company, and then I could have Mbak Claudia as a buddy system. So anything I need to ask, I'll ask Miss Claudia or Bu Elvira. So that's a buddy system. So they have someone to ask, because sometimes it's hard to ask a manager, because manager always discuss about something professional, not personal. So we appoint the buddy, and then to discuss everything. It could be personal, it could be professional, just everything that they could share. And then let's talk about how. The tools that we use in Jotun is we use the Microsoft Teams, of course. That's because we do love the love, yeah, from the Microsoft Teams. The next one is we use the Yammer. So we don't use Facebook at the office, we just use Yammer. Yeah. Is it effective or not? Yes, it is effective because we ask them, yeah, to post it. If they post it, they'll get 200,000 rupiah, 200,000 rupiah, yeah. So we make like a competition for our employees. And then the last one is WhatsApp, of course, because WhatsApp is very engaging. So since the hybrid working styles comes up, there are a lot of WhatsApp group, yeah. So you have this project, even for our MBA class. So like with Pak Raman, we have one group. With Pak Rinaldi, we have one group. So we have a lot of groups. So there's a mechanics on how to build a communication, right? I don't know in your company, but we use this three effectively. That's our communication. But the next part is related to the what mentioned before by Pak Ito. We use this Workday, Bapak Ibu semuanya. Yeah. So if you'd like to know more about the Workday, you could find it on the internet. We use Workday for our internal system. We use it, luckily, maybe because our company, they know about the pandemic, that we start to use it since 2020. So luckily we have this pandemic, and then we have the Workday system implemented. And then what is Workday? Workday is a system that will cover everything. Start from the YPOD, KIT, and PIP. YPOD is yearly performance objective and development talk. Yeah, I'll tell you more about this on the next slide. KIT is key initiative talk, and PIP is performance improvement process. So if you could see, this is a formal, this is a formal title of the document, a Jotun. We always put talk because communication is the most important thing, a Jotun at our company. And then I'll discuss about the YPOD and KIT later on, but first let me tell you about the PIP, performance improvement process. In the PIP, when we got our employees, they have set of target, they have set of KIT. If they can't deliver it after two or three KIT, they will go through the PIP. What's the difference between PIP and KIT? In PIP, if they don't perform as mentioned by the manager, they will have to leave the company. So there is the consequence there. Even though they work remotely, they work from home, from anywhere, but if they can't fulfill their target, like mentioned by Pak Ito before, they will just have to leave the company. So that's the PIP. Yeah. If you'd like to know more, let's discuss about this later on. About the YPOD and KIT, Bapak Ibu. It's like climbing a mountain. So we put here, I put here a penguin. Penguin is the logo of our company. So we are a Norwegian company and our logo is penguin. Yeah. And here you can see the YPOD around January or February. So this is the time when we start to do the YPOD. We're looking the back. We are measuring our performance, mentioned by Bu Alfiera before. It's about the PA, performance appraisal, but we have to look to the future. This is the objective. Yeah. So how we do this? We do this by having the FSTI. It's from strategy to implementation for all the managers. So we gather all the managers of Jotun Indonesia, and then we ensure that they know the goals of the company presented by the managing director directly. Yeah. And after they have the YPOD session, setting the goals, they go through the KIT. Yeah. KIT, key initiative talk. It could be every 2 months. It could be every 3 months. It depends on the needs of the employees and the managers. But PIP is every month. Yeah. So YPOD is every year. KIT is around 2 to 3 months. But the next one, PIP, it's every month. In order to achieve the result and setting the new goals for the company. Why do we need the performance management? Because it helps us to communicate and to be aligned in the company, and then help in advance. In case our team needs help, we are able to help them. We are there to help them. Yeah. And then we can follow up the short-term urgencies for our team. And also we could give the feedback on performance and progression. Everything in here, the YPOD, it's recorded in the workday. The kit, it's also recorded in the workday. PIP, it's also recorded in a workday. So if the manager or the managing director, he wants to see the KIT or the achievement of the goals of the employees, he could see it from the workday. Yeah. For the employees and the managers to track their performance, they could see it. Is it still ongoing? Is it already started, ongoing, or already completed? So they could both can see it, but the most important thing is both of them are communicate about it. But other than the KIT, we also have the DT. DT is daily talk. Yeah. And we have Bapak Ibu, we have obsesi. Obsesi is obrolan Selasa sana sini. Yeah, so we invite our employees. It is very easy. It's very lucky to have Zoom or Teams because with one click, 250 people could join directly. Yeah, but we never know what they're doing. Are they working or listening to us? Or having lunch. We don't know. That's only the challenge. We have obsesi, obrolan Selasa sana sini. We also have the leaders talk. We do it every 2 or 3 months. We just want to know that our leaders are they still on the track or not. And then we also have the employee engagement survey to measure the engagement of our employees through the year. And weekly we do have the spirit penguin. Yeah, we have spirit penguin. So some of us they have the contemplation, then they make a writing, and then they share it in the Yammer, and then they will get reward for that. We do it every week. When we have no idea, we just post some YouTube videos in the Yammer, yeah, to make them engage. Yeah, how do you know that they're engaged? Yeah, there are so many likes there. The many self-likes, celebration, love in the Yammer. Okay, and the next part is matrix. Yeah, so we got through the mindsets, we got through the mechanics. The third one is about the matrix. Because you have done a lot of things, but you need to make sure that it is measurable. The first metric is about the employee outcomes. What do we mean by employee outcomes? It is about how do employees feel about their teams and organization. Are the teams trust them or not? And also, are they equipped with the tools to support them? Luckily, like I mentioned to you before, in Jotun, we have the workday to support them. And then if we have the goals, but how to measure it? As simple as having the Microsoft form. So during the pandemic, we asked them, what do they need from the company? Based on the needs, we do some webinar to help them. We even do virtual lunch and then virtual yoga session led by our managing director. So our MD, he loves yoga. So and then he asked me to record him. And then I share the video in the Yammer group. So that's based on that, after we did some of the things through the Microsoft Forms, after that, we measure their engagement to the company. So from 1 to 10, how is your energy level? How is your engagement to the company? And here we go. We have 8 to 9, most of our employees from 500 respondents, most of them around 85 to 90%. They're 8 and 9 score out of 10. So that's the first one. And then how about our company? Because it's about our organization. We do have the specific and measurable improvement. We do achieve our target this year. Yeah, because the project are ongoing. Like I mentioned to you before, we have 4 segments in Jotun. One of the building painted by Jotun is this in the picture, GBK, that's painted by Jotun. Yeah. And how do we measure it as a company? We use the Microsoft Power BI. So by using the Power BI, all the cells, to be specific, they could measure their sales revenue daily, yeah, on daily basis. And for the management, they could see the performance of the company through the real data by using the Power BI. So in employee side, we use the form. We don't use the Hey survey at the moment because of the pandemic, but we'll use it next year. Hopefully the score is good. But for the organization, we use it. We do the business review every quarter, yeah, to make sure that we are aligned. Luckily, we are double digit, and hopefully next year we still have bonus, even though the pandemic still. I hope not. Yeah. So that's, I think, what I could share to you in this session. Just want to make sure that you're still here with me. Can you please type what 3 M's that you learned from this session? What are the 3 M's? I don't have any gift for you, but at least you got something from this session. Can you type it on the chat box? What are the 3 M's? What are the 3 M's that are being discussed? Thank you, Pak Ito. Yeah, you're a good presenter. Okay, Pak Adi. Okay, Pak Iko say, okay. Well, fun. Thank you. Thank you for answering. So in this session, we learned a lot about the gift only for the first, only for Pak Ito. Yeah, so we could have a lunch, Pak Ito, because we are located nearby. So I think that's all for me. We have learned about the 3 M's. So it's about the mindset, mechanics, and matrix. I can't share more than that, but if you want to know more about our system, we could have a chat later on. Thank you. I give back the screen to Mbak Claudia.